Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Campus Chat. I'm Allie Eaton and today with me is Jude Manford, a current senior and track and field athlete at Utica College.
Yes.
You're obviously a very talented track and field athlete, so when it came time to choosing a college out of high school, what made you choose Utica?
Personally for me, I didn't really choose Utica for track. They pretty much came to me for football, which was the main thing I was doing in high school, but then I unfortunately blew my knee out, so I spoke to the track coach, who was Coach Parker and Coach Lemieux, about me joining the track team my freshman year, and I had to wait for me to be cleared in April. So once I got cleared, I spoke to them and they got me on the team.
So before that, did you have any prior track and field experience?
I did, but I missed out on my junior and senior year of sports in high school, so I had that pretty much 3.5 years recovery just to get back in the feeling of sports. So that's why I started off with football, pretty much trying to be on redshirting, and then I realized, it's just not for me anymore. I don't have the same motivation that I had for it, so I just said I'm gonna stick with track for now.
And you think that switching to track, you're a happier person,
most
better
definitely.
in school? You feel more comfortable doing
100%.
track here?
I feel like I was destined for greatness for this personally because, football wasn't looking too good for me. I got injured twice. I had to go through 4 surgeries. And with track, things just started getting together for me.
And then you said motivation. What's your motivation for, if you don't want to get up at your 6 a.m. practices or go to meets that'll last all day, all weekend? What's your motivation for wanting to do that?
Definitely my family. My motivation definitely has to do with me being hurt as well. Or when I was hurt, I look at it like everything happens for a reason, so this is my time to shine. I definitely use music as a motivation as well. For certain artists, I would say J. Cole is one of my favorite artists, so I always listen to J. Cole before track meet. I wouldn't really say it helps me throw well, but it definitely gets me in that positive vibe that I always need before I compete.
That right state of mind. Mm-hmm. Any opportunities you think you would have missed if you had continued on with football that track has presented you?
Not really. Honestly, football is a great sport. It's still my favorite sport. I love it, but it's very dangerous, and the surgeries that I went through, it just wasn't worth it anymore. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not even getting paid for track, but track is something that I truly feel passionate about and I still love it. So I don't see anything wrong with me just continuing to do this sport. With football, I saw a lot of things wrong. There was more cons than pros. So for track, I had a lot more pros that I see myself being successful in.
So you speak so highly of track. Any awesome memories that you have?
As far as college or high school?
Of both in track that you would have never had if you didn't do track and field.
For high school, I honestly started varsity for track my freshman year, so I already knew that I was definitely, I wouldn't say destined for greatness, but I had talent for a certain event, which is disc that I love to throw. And me being hurt, I wasn't able to fulfill the dreams that I had for my junior, senior year of high school. But I still knew that regardless of what school I was going to go to for college, that I was going to continue this dream. I wouldn't necessarily say that I see myself going to the Olympics or being the next big thrower, but I definitely see myself continuing to do this for the rest of my life, just to at least keep me humble, and maybe, my children might be doing the same thing. But it's definitely a sport that I love for myself. Everybody has their own thing that they feel comfortable with, and discus is definitely something that I feel comfortable with.
Do you have any advice to anybody who might be good at discus or any type of throwing sport but doesn't want to take that jump to be on a team and a student athlete at the same time?
For advice, I'll definitely say, whatever you feel comfortable in, you should do it, regardless. Because the only way you're going to be able to succeed in something, you have to be able to do something that you're not comfortable with, and that's how you get the consistency, and then you constantly doing something, that's when you know that, you can just succeed in it. So I'll definitely say if you believe you can do something, go and get it,
And then speaking of believing in something, you last 2 weekends ago had a PR and then a facility breaking record.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool, honestly. I honestly didn't even know I broke the facility record until I got on the bus. It's one of my coaches and came to me. He said, "Oh, Jude, you broke the facility record." And also Sam Bonk, who is the captain, he told me that as well. And I had to go check for myself because I didn't see anything. So I went on, I forgot what the website's called, but it's where everybody checks their track stats. I think it's tfrrs.com. So I went on that and I saw that it said that I beat their record and I qualified for other meets down the road. So I was just very ecstatic from that point on. Obviously, still the beginning of the season. There's other players that we have that, potential. We have one athlete, Keanu Hedrum. He's definitely have a high substantial of pursuing to go to nationals as well with me. I definitely see me I wouldn't say going to nationals 100%, but you know, it's still the beginning of the season, so I'm not really trying to be on that cocky factor yet. But I'm definitely happy for myself, and I see myself doing a lot of big things this year.
And then you said it opened up opportunities for other track meets. What other track meets would that open up?
So for track, it's not like in other sports for football, or like if you're a starter, you're gonna start every game. For track, you actually have to compete every meet as hard as you can, because each meet there's certain requirements. So like for one of our meets we have is the Atlantic region right now. I'm number 1, so you have to qualify for it. You have to throw 4350, which is meters. I'm not really too sure how far that is in feet, but you have to throw that far amount in order to compete to the next meet. So that already put me past the other meets. I don't have to worry about, you know.
That's awesome. And now you're a senior. How does it feel knowing that you're graduating and that you're going to have to move on to the next chapter of track and field? Not an end, but just another chapter.
It definitely feels good. I'm honestly still like, I'm not ready to leave yet, to be honest. I am graduating next semester, but I will be walking this semester. So there's a lot of opportunities I'm looking for. Right, this summer I have an internship. But as far as sports, my last season throwing, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna cry or not, but I'm definitely excited that I had the good 3 years to succeed and be where I want to be at the moment.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jude, for coming into the show today. We wish you the best and hope your future plans work out.
Thank
and that you do
much.
amazing in your national qualifiers.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. Go UC.